Okay, everyone, welcome back. One of the most anticipated external catalysts for Shiba Inu is the listing by the major exchange Robinhood. At the moment, there is intense pressure for Robinhood to list Shiba Inu. This pressure, it comes mainly from strong community demand as well as pressure of lost financial opportunity on Robinhood's part. At the moment, there is a change.org petition which has surpassed 500,000 signatures at the moment of recording and making it one of the most signed petitions on the platform. Today, we're going to pull as much data as we can to run a simulation on the price of Shiba Inu by asking pretty much what would happen if Robinhood listed Shiba Inu today. Alright guys, welcome back to SHIB Planet everyone. This is Ace. Alright, let's get right to it. In order to substantiate the price impact of a potential Robinhood listing, let's look at why I think that despite being late, now is actually a perfect time for Robinhood to list Shiba Inu. First of all, and I'm sure most of you already know, almost all major external catalysts for Shiba Inu have already taken place. Now, Shiba Inu is listed on pretty much every centralized exchange and decentralized exchange at the moment. And this is actually one of the main factors which makes SHIB able to rise in price so fast because it's literally available everywhere. Also, because there's such social expectation in terms of the media, um, particularly also because it's being covered by multiple news outlets. This just means that the price of a Robinhood listing will be magnified even more, and it'll cause a lot of FOMO investors. And there have also been reports, if you guys have noticed, from multiple wallets, actually multiple reports that certain wallets have been identified which possibly belong to Robinhood. If you recall, several videos ago, I identified a wallet or a certain batch of wallets, and one of them in particular was only a few days old. And at that time, it was about in the top 10 of SHIB wallets. Well, you've probably already heard by now that there's yet another wallet which has crept up, which has accumulated about 20 trillion SHIB through a transfer of about 1 billion very, very recently. And it turns out, and if that turns out to be true, that this is a Robinhood wallet, then it seems that everything seems to be falling into place for things to go down. Okay, here's another factor. Generally, when cryptos get listed on large exchanges, they tend to rise sharply in price. Take, for example, the top two crypto exchanges of Binance and Coinbase. There's a phenomenon known as the Binance effect, where coins they actually grow in price significantly shortly after that listing. And you've probably also heard of the Coinbase effect which I've covered before in previous videos. And the same thing sort of happens as well. So basically, when SHIB gets listed on Binance when it got listed on Binance in May of this year, this was one of the main catalysts for it to skyrocket in price into with about triple-digit percentage gains. Now, when SHIB listed on Coinbase, it shot up roughly 40% in a matter of hours as well, if several months later. Well, in terms of Robinhood, the number of users on Robinhood, they actually rank, pretty much around the same, in terms of volume and users of Binance, Coinbase as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a simulation to reflect the price, on after a listing on one of these exchanges. Okay, let's see what we can do with that. All right, guys. When Robinhood lists SHIB, it'll likely make an announcement, just like when they did with Dogecoin. Let me see if I can find. This is the original Twitter announcement when Dogecoin was listed back in 2018. It was just a simple announcement. Now, since Robinhood doesn't list new cryptos very often, this news will likely spread like wildfire across all media channels, and that's probably going to cause what I would like to think is a first round of FOMO. Actually, if you notice on this listing here, the socials were probably high for that time, but this is actually a screenshot I took of that posting today. It's got about just under 1,000 likes. If so, in terms of social attention, Shiba Inu would definitely dwarf that because major listings and are currently getting a lot more attention than Robinhood did with Dogecoin at this point. Okay, let's head back to the simulator. Right now, SHIB is priced at about 4 zeros and 5358 units, and I expect that the news is going to be able to add roughly 30% or even 10 billion to the SHIB market cap, giving us a price of, let me just add that 10 billion, 10. And if this happens, this will give us a price of about 7179. And I'd expect this to actually happen within a matter of hours. And this is entirely possible because SHIB actually has a very large base of holders who are well over 900,000 now. And these holders alone, they might be tempted to increase their position size in anticipation of much larger gains as a result of the listing. And over the next 24 to 48 hour period, SHIB should increase another 5 billion, added by whales who are pretty much going to be doing the same thing. So I'm just going to add another 5 billion to reflect this as well. And this price increase should cause SHIB to dominate crypto headlines once again. And we might see re-entry from former SHIB holders who sold off their positions in the previous run. And at this current price would be still at 4 zeros, maybe 8089 units, which is pretty cool. Also, in my view, this listing, it'll be happening right in the middle of a bull run, which is actually perfect because if you've noticed, whenever Bitcoin has been rallying recently, investors are very quickly taking profits. Now, these profits are actually being siphoned into smaller market cap altcoins at the moment, which have far greater potential for growth. And that's why the current global market cap has been rising so much, and yet Bitcoin has only been inching slightly higher and higher over the past few weeks. And these are signs that altcoin season is pretty much upon us. Now, take a look at this chart. Let me just scroll over here. So if we take a look at this chart, this is the global crypto market cap. I know I like to use this chart quite extensively. Basically, this is all the cryptos on coin market cap. So if you look over here, the first bull run, it topped at about 2.5 trillion in the month of May. But now we've recently crossed or pretty much touched 3 trillion, and this is a massive 500 billion increase in market cap since the previous all-time high. And that's actually reflective of how much growth is happening. So if Robinhood actually delays another month, the conditions may actually even be better and I think that's for pretty much two reasons. Firstly, Bitcoin is expected to get to even 90K by the end of this month or even early in December. And that would mean that the market would have grown by billions already, and all those profits would be looking for coins which have a quick turnaround potential. And in my opinion, a Shiba Inu listing on Robinhood might just do the trick for them. Now, secondly, by then, I'm sure that more catalyst news would have been announced for Shiba Inu, specifically the Shiboshi NFTs game, and even maybe news of a possible Shibarium launch around the corner. Now, this would play hand in hand with the listing news, the Robinhood listing news, that is, and it might reinforce the price impact which is happening. So in this case, I'm going to pump the market to maybe, let's see, maybe 65 billion. Let's see how far I can take that to about 65 billion. And this will give us a price of roughly, we would have eaten a zero at this stage and would be maybe at 11732 units. And that's also pretty good. And the balance which I currently have inputted here, which is just under half a million SHIB, would be worth about 50K. And this would mean that SHIB, it would have grown by about 35 billion within 1 month. And if that sounds too much, then just ask the month of November what happened to SHIB back then, because that's roughly how much SHIB grew back then as well. And anyway, guys, remember, this is just a simulation. It's actually quite hard to predict investors' response to various catalysts, so please don't take this as financial advice. So on that point, I think that's a good point to end the video. One thing I haven't mentioned is actually the impact on the other Shiba Inu ecosystem tokens. Because basically, whenever SHIB rises, so too do Leash, Bone, and the Shiboshis. So this is Leash, this is Bone, and this is the Shiboshis. So what I've done is I've factored in some ricochet impact into each token based on what happened during the previous pump. And after doing that, My portfolio balance should look something like this if all these conditions happen. So I think I'll just pretty much end it right there. So if you guys want access to this crypto simulation simulator, which I'll use, I'll leave a link in the description below. The simulator does a lot more than Shiba Inu, as I've mentioned in previous videos. So you can watch the demo video, which is on the website, and there's also a demo video over here for you to check out. So for now, thank you so much for watching, guys. This is Ace. Peace.